Good evening, everybody out there in iRacing. Good evening, everybody out there in iRacing. Welcome to the V-Speed Contender Series, sponsored by Nitro and FRT. We're going to be running the famed Talladega Motorspeed, the largest tracks on the schedule. A lot of pack racing, drafting, bumping, holding our breath until they had the big one. Gonna kind of hang out right now and kind of watch these ladies and gentlemen practice a little bit and get ready for qualifying here in about 8 minutes. All right, everybody, getting ready for qualifying here. As you can see from the practice, we're gonna have an interesting race. Got to be beating on each other's back bumper and getting them out of shape. And ain't no telling when the big one's gonna happen. All right, in practice. All right, go out and qualify now. We'll run up. Alton Cowden put that on the track first. Rachel Hunt coming in second there. Qualifying lap. I apologize for not being last week. Like we missed an interesting race. Like the boss man Russ Bosworth himself. A race high 47 laps in the Texas Motor Speed. Tyler McCarthy was in second. Alonso was in third. Rachel Hunt was in fourth. Ron Thompson in fifth. Jason Spear in sixth. Barry Glenn in seventh. Ryan Lang in eighth. Marty Phillips in ninth. Alton Cowden 10th. Looks like a points leader going into last week's race. It looks like he had a bad night. Finished 16th at the race. As of right now, still in the lead. Got a 28-point lead over second place with Dalton Cowden in second. Marty Phillips for most improved driver of the year. Third place right now. Ron Thompson's in fourth. Mr. Ron Thompson doing a great job this year as well, too. Hunt's in fifth. Ryan Lang's in sixth. Jason Spears in seventh. Tyler Bentley's done fell all the way back to eighth now. Lost 4 spots in that last race. Babs in ninth. Doc Stout. As it stands right now, Rachel Hunt's on the bubble for the pole. 55.73. Oh, see if that holds up. People are qualify. They matter where you qualify here, where you finish. A lot of people working together. Heck, we may even see some people starting the pits. Don't even have full screen. Leader Anthony Komoda. Second currently. Arlo takes second away from him. Not quite enough to get in front of Rachel. Stout even takes third place from Dalton. I mean, from Anthony's on his second lap. Though. Picks up. Not help him at all. Found him as well too. Back to probably gonna qualify. Drivers meeting, laps of practice. Motors all of fan and a race car driver himself. France. Discussion 60s. Spot in Talladega. Here. Body on board. Trip to Daytona. Experience. Rest is that time. 1000. Ability. Bush drove a Camaro to victory.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Rich hadn't showed up yet,
Uh-huh.
so was wondering if maybe it'd be all right if Shane sat down here with you tonight and you
Sure.
give him a hand with the race control because it's awful hard to one person to keep an eye on that stuff.
All good.
Thank you.
Sir.
So what do I do with my hand? Yeah, I may help you a little bit. Sounds like a plan.
All right, sorry
Are
about
we
that.
live now?
Yep, we are live. Now I have Shane up in the booth with me now.
Welcome welcome Talladega.
Unexpected people not show. Fine, we understand that. So you're gonna play a little race control and broad. Should be interesting. Shane here. Might see or hear some weird stuff. but trust me, we're trying our best. Right now we got Rachel Hunt. This is the first time he's ever had. Oh,
I believe you are correct.
we're gonna have to check that out. That's gonna have to be a. Yeah, we'll have to talk that up a little bit.
She won here last season, so
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen her start on the pole list. That's great. Tim Marlowe on the outside. Everybody's gonna run. As long as they can keep them getting spun around. Have a good race.
yeah. As long as Anthony can keep his cool. I know he's still a little hot from last week. Is the rage going to carry over?
You never know, man. Some of these racers, they have long memories, so it all depends on who's in front of him when the time comes to go. Just kind of giving the fans a little bit of facts about the speedway. Talk about how they had the first race in '68. Arrow won. Ken Rush, first race win. First Grand National NASCAR race was won by Richard House. Place is over 3,000. Crazy. Man.
How long is the back straight is 3/4 of a mile long?
Yeah, it's the whole track is 2.66 miles. The front stretch is 4,300 feet. The back stretch is 4,000. I don't know all that is.
It's pretty close to 3/4 of a mile. What we got? What we lining up for warm up?
Doing a little practice now. Thousand feet. Yeah, 4,000 feet is 3/4 of a mile. Front stretch is. So that's a pretty good little, really pretty good little ways there. All right, now back in the day, I grew up with NASCAR driver named Lenny Pond's sons, and Lenny actually had the pole fastest speed here for years until this driver broke it. So, what driver broke that and still has the fastest speed to this day for the pole at Talladega?
I know that one, but with the chat figure it out.
Bill Elliott, 1987. 212 miles an hour.
Awesome.
Yeah, 212 miles an hour. I think
Here's another little
Go ahead.
Another little trivia. Who has the most wins at Talladega?
Most wins. Let's see. Dale Earnhardt with 10.
Yes.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt with 10. So, all right, let me ask you something. Do you think there's ever been a race at Talladega that didn't have a caution?
Yes, there was.
Actually, there's
Bobby Labonte won one, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, but May 10th of 1997 had 0 cautions. April 22nd of 2001 had 0 cautions, and October 6th of 2002 had 0 cautions. That's crazy, ain't it?
Yep. I remember one of them because I watched it. It was a single file for 3/4 of the race.
Right.
Most boringest Daytona race ever seen in my life. Or Talladega, I'm sorry.
What do you think the largest margin of victory or has been?
The largest 2 laps.
The greatest margin of victory was 1 lap and 50 seconds. Bobby Allison over Darrell Waltrip in 1979. We think the closest margin of victory here.
Oh, it's 0.0004 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah, .002 was Jimmy Johnson over Clint Boyer in 2011.
But for some reason, that doesn't beat the closest finish ever,
Right.
which is, do you know where that's at?
No.
Charlotte. Craven and Kurt Busch, I believe. They were banging doors coming off forward down the straight to the line.
Oh, there we go. Boom, right in the wall. We're going to see a lot of that tonight.
Yep, I guess he'll be in the backup truck.
Yep. Right. Get him to the grid, fellas. All right, everybody. Get race started here. Again, welcome to the V-Speed Contender Series by Nitro and FRT. Nitro Racing. Russ is a iRacing. Place to out. You look at setups. You need coaching. PowerRacing.com for all your iRacing.
And I will vouch, I'm not the fastest driver in the world, but if I have a decent race, I usually get a top 5 with them nitro setups. And I'm usually in the first and second split.
Chevrolet Pace Truck is pulling them off. So for tonight's Talladega race, we have Rachel Hunt starting on the pole with a 55.73. Tim Marlowe starting on the outside pole with a 55.75. Gary Jaworski, second row. Third, Doc Stout on the outside of the second row. Anthony Promoter starting on the inside of the third row with Dalton Cowden to his outside. First and second points leader and second place in the points. Jesse Schwartz in the fourth row, inside fourth row with Jason Holsworth on the outside of him. That's our brother from down under. He's just starting his day over there. Jim Johnson and Ryan Lang in the fifth row. Ron Thompson, Marty Phillips in the sixth row. Bernard Persons, Jason Spear in the seventh row. Cody Morgan and Joe Zader starting in the eighth row. There's actually more trucks here tonight than I thought it was going to. But the caliber of drivers that are here, we should see a good race. Right, sure. Pace truck's gonna pull off here.
Pull those belts tight.
Yep. Buckle up.
Here we go. 55 laps.
All right, and the green flag is out. Pushing already the front row.
Rachel gets a little jump out there.
Getting a good push from Gary Jaworski. Put her nose out into the lead a little bit. Tim Marlowe, Doc, and Dalton lined up here. Oh, looks like they're peeling off and heading to the back.
Yeah, playing a little safe strategy here.
Going to be around at the end of the race. That's all that matters, that last lap. Looks like that's going to cycle Doc to the lead here.
I think this is his second race leading this season.
Yep. Yep. He was just saying earlier he had won one of his races, so it's a good chance that he could maybe be able to steal one tonight. Show these youngins how to do it.
That's what I love about plate racing. It don't matter really what your skill is, you have a chance to win. As long as you can stay with the pack, just being at the right place at the right time, that's what it's all about. And then you could be the fastest person in the league and then be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, like Anthony last week.
Yeah. You know, I went back and watched that a few times. Ron got the incident, or we got the cause of the caution, but Anthony kind of did it to himself, trying to ride that middle lane. So he knew where the run was coming off the high, so he was trying to slow him down, but Ron just wasn't lifting.
Looks like we had trying to get a run on that outside there with Dalton and Tim Marlowe.
Little side drafting going on there.
Yeah. I'm Lang running up front. That's good to see. I always like it when I see somebody different up front. I tell you what, though, I've been really impressed with Marty this season. Though Marty's my pick for most improved driver. He's consistently run in the top 5 almost every race.
He's been right there. And if you stay in the top 5, eventually you'll get your win.
He's in 3rd place in points right now, so that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Still got Doc leading. Anthony giving him a push there in 2nd place. That outside line, Tim Marlowe and Dalton Cowden, they're still trying to make it work. Looks like the rest of the pack's just kind of sitting back there waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, Ron and Rachel, pole sitter, she fell to the back with her teammate, and they just hanging out. I think their strategy is just keep it clean till after the pit stop.
They just hang on to the pack there, don't get too far behind, and make their way back to the front at the end.
But that's one of the things about these plate races. You know, people want to race so hard the first part of the first few laps, but there's no sense in it because the race is after the pit stop. Because if you can get in and get 2 or 3 cars that get good pit stops, they're gonna be hard to catch after they come out and they all cycle through.
Right. Anthony's really giving Doc a push down the back straightaway there.
Yeah, he's using the arrow push right now, not really trying to make contact. Really too early for that.
Trying to keep Tim and Dalton on the high side.
If they get that high side is actually the faster line around this track, but you need 3 trucks. If they get another truck up there, you'll see that high line just drive by that low line. You gotta have that 3rd truck pushing it.
And the trucks that don't work quite as well as in the B car or the next gen. Trucks just don't have enough horsepower to make that much more speed on the outside. The inside's the shortest way around the track. That's why typically you have to have a pretty good formed line up there in that upper lane, and the bottom lane's got to fall apart a little bit.
Yeah, that third truck it's the key though. Got Kim back here flirting with losing the draft.
Well, I'll just got a blanker you can throw over all of them right now. So
Jim's had good runs, but he's been that driver this season that's just been at the wrong place at the wrong time.
right. I can relate.
That
That
fast
happens.
cars, just the finishes just don't show it.
That happens to me every time I run an official race.
Yeah, there are some pretty wild ones out there.
Oh, not. We got a 3 wide coming out there. Looks like Dalton and that with him there. Is that Ron? No,
Yeah, Doc.
I don't recognize that truck. Be a new paint
Is
for
it
somebody.
Cody?
Yeah, Cody Morgan.
Cody Morgan.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. Look at Cody running up front, man.
This season, he's tried to clean his act up a little bit. He's stayed pretty clean, kept his nose clean this season.
Right.
He's actually had a couple top fives.
Kind of got single file now. Left Marty out to dry on the top side there, so. Anthony trying to get him a little bit of fresh air on that nose. But at the end of
Now you got the teammates together.
Yep. Drive a little more aggressive than I thought they were going to at this point of the race. Alright, well, it looks like get ready to come up on the end of lap 10 of 45 laps, or 55 laps, I mean.
55.
We had Doc Stout still out leading, Anthony Promoter in second, Ryan Lang in third, Tim Marlowe fourth, Dalton Cowden in fifth, Cody Morgan sixth, Jesse Swords seventh, Jason Holdsworth eighth, Jason Spear ninth, Bernard Person 10th. Doc
trying to build a little line on.
Doc trying to lead both lines there. Jesse's done snuck his way up into the mix.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is
Oh,
out.
We just got.
and we had the big one. See if we can.
And Doc was in.
See if we can take a look. See what happened here.
They're coming out of turn 4. Anthony gives Doc a little touch, and it turns him into the 27.
Yep. Gave him one too many taps in the rear. Like Doc was only really
27.
got involved with that one. Yeah, a lot of net code. See that? Watch. A lot of net code. Yeah, that was all net code. Every bit of it.
Yeah,
Um,
but Doc don't like that word, so
well, yeah, I mean, but it is what it is when you there's no space there. I mean, there's space there. Yeah, it looks like
which is
that.
really no big penalty here. I mean,
Yeah.
all you get is a EOL.
All right, so lap 12. Gonna bring them into the pits. They'll get all hooked up, and they should be really close. I mean, somebody could save and make the rest of the race. So I don't think you can make it all the way to here, 18.
Yeah, you got to get at least 18 or 19. You can run, if I'm not mistaken, about 36, 34 to 36 laps. The leader, maybe a lap shorter. So yeah, it's going to be a stop and go if it stays green here. Well, after our first caution, we have Mr. Ryan leading for the first time.
Yeah. Ryan Lang, I think it's the first time he's led all year long, maybe.
Of the season.
Yeah, I don't think he's led any laps. I'd have to go back
Yes,
and look
he's
at
had a
this.
few. He's like Jim, had a few good races, but just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, pushing right coming out of the corner like that. That's asking for, or even
Yeah.
even an arrow push that close coming out of
And what I was saying
that bubble
earlier,
push.
you know, to after pit stop and you're trying to get away for or trying to catch in the contact pushing is it's really not necessary because you're not going to get away from nobody. Well, Anthony got his revenge just on the wrong driver.
Right. That will relegate Anthony to the rear of the pack here. See what he can do coming back through. A 1 to go, so get back around to the pace truck should peel off and back to with a flag.
That would be cool.
I really think that. Peeling off here. Ryan Lang will be bringing him to the green with 41 to go. Got a good pusher behind him with Tim Marlowe's. Good. Got Jason behind Dalton's.
Green flag, green flag.
That's another good pair. Ryan gets a good start here, but Tim doesn't.
Yeah, the inside kind of
Didn't go.
didn't go together. Which it could have been planned to let him down.
That's true too. Ryan going to the back. Pull on up out of the way and said, heck with it, Ryan. I'm not going to run up here and have the same thing happen to me.
Yeah, got another one on the apron.
Yep, Gary going to the back. Dalton Cowden to the lead. Unless Ryan was waiting for Jim Johnson here, so are they teammates?
I don't think so. And 15 laps completed, 55, 40 to go. All getting nose to tail, single file pretty much. Got one person stuck on the outside there in the back.
Like Jim Johnson there, he gets down in front of Ryan. Kind of riding around now. So Dalton, he's driving it for everything it's worth.
Yeah, he hasn't really had no good runs this season either. I mean, the luck hadn't been with him.
Yeah, he's either on or off. Got a couple wins, I believe. There for a while, it was him and Anthony.
Yeah, the first part of the season he did.
Marty done snuck his way back up here. He's running around in 6th. Just hanging out. Jesse went ahead and left the server, backed up his hauler and took off. Mostly nose to tail except for Jim Johnson and Gary there. Yep. Yeah, Cody Morgan in 3rd. Old Cody's doing pretty good. Proud of him. Dalton can hold these guys off, and Anthony have another 5th place or worse position. Dalton almost catch him in points.
Is it that close?
20 some points. I think Dalton's got 421 and Anthony's got 449 maybe. Yeah, 449 to 421.
Down to 4 races after this too, I think. Or this is
Todd Doc said 6. Iowa, Martinsville, Homestead, Phoenix, and a road race in there somewhere, I believe. Here, let me look. Yeah, so we have 6 races left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after this one. Yeah, so we'll have Iowa next week, then Las Vegas after that, Homestead after that, Martinsville, and the finale at Phoenix.
Iowa last year was, that was a bad race. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 12 or 14 cautions.
Yeah. Yep.
Bunch of tore up trucks at the end of that race.
Like Tim and Dalton trying to pull away from everybody a little bit.
Yeah, they trying to get a little gap there.
Charge complete.
Some of that's got to do with Cody too, probably.
Yeah, he's just poking.
He's not trying to push it in. Although Jason and Anthony may choose to go around him here shortly. As long as they tag to the drive, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, half a second to a second back, you can still keep that shut up. But you get more off of a second, it gets kind of hairy. Depends on your pusher then. And they closed it back up.
Don't take much. Oh, looks like Cody's gonna get underneath of him, but he backed out.
He's looking on the high side now.
Well, if Anthony got scared and said, heck with it, I'm going up here so I don't get hit. I think he went up there hoping that somebody would go with him.
Well, this could be a sucker punch here. They could be playing the game. All right, we'll let him lead. Let him burn all his fuel up. So when he pits, if he's going, Dalton's got to one pit first.
Right.
And everybody else is going to have another lap, if not more, behind that. Who's going to go with him determines where he winds up if it stays green. But if he goes by himself, he's a sitting dog.
He won't go by himself.
Oh, you got some already peeling off.
Jim Johnson and
Ryan, Jim Johnson, and Gary. Oh, that could be dangerous. For some reason, I don't know why it is this way, but if you can get in that first group and you come out, I don't know why you get such a gap on everybody else whenever they cycle through. But if them three cars that just pitted, if they line up nose to tail, they will be faster than these cars.
Ryan, I don't know
2 or 3
what
tenths.
happened with Ryan
Yeah.
there. It looks like Ryan's stop was a little slower than Jim
So
and
they
Gary
didn't come out
there.
So they didn't come out together. That's going to kill them.
Yeah. Well, the best thing they could do is slow up and get him with them.
Yeah, they got to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah. So his pit stop was like almost 5 seconds longer than theirs. 1.5 and 5 seconds. So I'm assuming he took 4 tires instead of 2.
Yeah, here on these tracks, the tire wear is very, very little. If it was me, I probably wouldn't even take tires unless it was under caution.
Well, it depends on how much fuel you're putting in too. If you're putting a full tank in, or if you're putting more than 10, 12 gallons, it doesn't take you any more time to get 2 tires. So you might as well get them if you can. I usually change the inside tires here before I change the outside. Hold on. See, Ryan's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna go a lap down. Gary and Jim had done took off and left him.
Yeah, you got to keep out of that 10-second gap. If you get under that, you're gonna get left behind. Yeah, Ryan, he'll be going a lap down the next 2-3 laps.
Yep.
And Jim and Gary, they need to stay about where they are if they want to.
Yeah, if Ryan would have been with them, they probably could have picked up a little bit, but I think they're just going to be in trouble at this point. Ryan will be all right. They have a caution. Be lucky, dog.
Someone on the apron. In 3.
Oh, they're peeling off. Jason Spears, Ron Thompson, and
Ron had a connection issue. He said everybody disappeared, so he hit the apron. So that's going to kick him out of the draft.
Yep. This group's then call Ryan. The thing he can do is blend in with the back of them.
Which they still got another 10 to 15 laps in their tanks. This is how long are they going to ride it out?
Yep. They've kind of made their bed at this point. They may as well just run it out.
Yeah, there goes everybody but 3.
Now, yeah. Wow. So now Jim and Gary catch Jason and Bernard, then they'll have 4 trucks together.
And if they smart, they'll
Lives.
use them
Those
to
to tell.
draft off.
Yep. Yeah, they shouldn't race
They
each other. Shouldn't race each other. They should just go.
Other packs coming off pit road. Like we had one, Rachel didn't have too good of a stop there. Or Mr. Speed. Now the leaders are coming in.
Oh.
Ooh, and Dalton might have sped. That was very close. If he don't speed, I'm gonna go back and see how fast he was at the line, because it was pretty fast.
Dalton took right side.
Yeah, Dalton took.
All right, Dalton took all 4.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Here they come right there. They go right there. Yeah, he sped. He's just sitting there.
Yeah, that just cost him the race. All right, well, let's see what happens here. It's going to put Anthony.
Anthony's in the lead, but the pack's catching.
Yeah, but Anthony, he just came up behind
Pack's coming
Ron.
behind him. Ron must be having issues. He's back on the apron.
Anthony's way too far out in front of these guys. With them,
They're going to blow it right by him coming off 4 here.
Yep. That's going to be.
And they say, see ya.
We're liable to see another first-time winner tonight.
Here we go. 25 to go. Yeah. Pit stops are out. Now it's time to get to work.
To work now. All right, 25 to go. We have Jason Spear leading with Bernard Persons in second. Current point leader Anthony Promoda in third. Our brother from down under, Jason Holsworth, in fourth. Cody Morgan in fifth. Cody's done a great job tonight. Marty Phillips in sixth. Rachel Hunt in seventh. Johnson in eighth. Gary Jazorski in ninth. Ryan Lang in 10th.
I think we have had 5 leaders tonight out of 31 laps.
Let's see here.
Got 2 on the outside getting together.
Like Marty and Rachel.
After the race.
Marty and Rachel here.
And Rachel just did her fastest lap of the race. So she knows it's time to get to work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have to give a good shout out to her. You know, with her condition and the way she can drive, and it's really impressive.
Yeah, Rachel's always been good.
They got the run on the outside. They just need somebody to help them. This is where Cody could shine right here. Cody could get up there with him. I'm sure their teammate Ron would be with him, but I guess he's having electrical issues.
Well, that's just no good. Staying right there, though.
Yeah, two can stay with them if you can got a good person you can trust to push you and the person to hold your line.
Ron may be a lap
up there with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ron may be a lap down, but he's still fast enough to stay with him and help with the drive. So he just stays a little bit off of Rachel, so it doesn't upset her. It'd be okay. And there goes Cody. Now we got 4 on 4.
Outside line. Got the run coming off the 2. But the inside comes back in 3. And here comes the high line of 4, getting a little nose out.
Like Marty's gonna lead
One
this lap.
track out. Oh, we got 4 up on the high side now.
Marty does lead this lap.
That on the high side. I was telling you that high side is faster if you got the right people can do it.
Well, I said it all kind of comes back. You may get a little nudge. You got to just make that happen on the last lap. Get that little bit of advantage. If the inside line can stay together, they'll get back around them.
That's when you do a little door rubbing going down the triangle.
Polish that door handle a little bit. Coming back up on Ryan again.
And at the line, it is going to be
Jason Spears.
Yeah. 1200.
To go.
Got a little snaky there. Yeah, driving these trucks, it's hard to make the line straight. because you can't, when you're on the straights, you can't see nowhere but the bumper in front of you, and you gotta know where they're going. And if you don't know their line, then it's just hard to follow people in these things.
Is I purposely stay up like Jason. I purposely stay up off that line. And you get people that want to get up underneath of you because they think they can and screws it all up. Too many people get into the corner and they hit that apron and then they shoot up the track.
I usually try to stay about a foot and a half off the yellow.
I figured if you make it exaggerated like they are, then people know why you're doing it, but it still don't work. Common sense, but people don't know how to use common sense.
And the high line, there's two different lines I take. If it's mid race and I'm just riding, I'll put my left tires on the dotted line. But if it's 2, 3 to go and I'm racing, I'm straddling that dotted line. Yeah,
I'll just get down on their door coming off the corner.
inside line's got a little bit of advantage here.
Yeah, it usually ends up that way if they keep after it. Unless they would get a little bit of draft off those cars in front of them too. Ryan pulls up out of the way. Lap car for the gentleman. All blended in now, and still Jason Spear out front. Bernard Person's pushing. Artie and Rachel on the top side.
Yeah, to keep that run going on the outside, you gotta kind of be close on his door going through the driveway. You drift up a little bit, it kind of just kills your momentum. And we're looking 3 wide coming off turn 2.
Jason and Anthony decided to take her up high and see what happens here. Like Cody's running with them. Now we got good little run going on here. See how long they can do this.
This track is 3 wide for 3 wide, long as you hold your line.
It is.
That's what gets me on officials. People talk about, you know, they argue about people going 3 wide. I mean, the track is made to go 3 wide.
Like Anthony's gonna get pushed to the lead.
On the high side. Now the inside line's coming.
Good racing here. I like to see when it's like this.
3 by 2. Or actually 3 by 3 by 3.
Such a run off that top side. They could just keep it. But Anthony the front. Just tuning
Got
in.
the pole sitter in the middle of the hornet's nest.
Bernard Persons is another one that's had some crappy luck this year. He's had some good runs, and all of a sudden he gets caught in other people's mess. They got 4 up top, 4 on the bottom, and 3 in the middle.
So you got teammates in the middle.
Already may get a nose out in front here now. Inside line's coming right back. Trying a little side drafting here. I don't think any of them's moved out of their position since they went 3 wide. Mitchell may have got a little loose off the exit there a little bit. They're trying. They just cannot seem to get it done. Nobody seems to have a better advantage over the next.
Good, close racing.
Led that lap. Dalton just don't know where to go. He just can't. He can't get anywhere. Kind of shut out there.
And here we come, coming to 10 to go.
In the go.
Spree leads that one.
Then to go, we have Jason Spears leading out front. Marty Phillips in second. But in third. Parsons in fourth. That changes every 100 feet. Anthony got a little bit of an advantage on the back straight there. Jason, maybe Marty. Anthony will head down.
Top 3. 300s apart. Top 7. 1.5 tenths.
Eight to go. Next few laps, we're gonna see him a little. We're gonna see that push and get a little more aggressive.
Yeah, let's just hope for not the bad push.
That's where your experience is gonna shine.
They say this the big one's going to happen, but when is it going to happen?
Right?
So far, we had only a 2-car incident.
Not if, but when.
Here we come, 7 to go.
Spear got a little bit of advantage now. Got a truck length.
And Pearson he's glued to the back of Spears' truck.
And Tim Marlowe is right on his rear.
Oh,
There it goes. Oh, he was able to
They
save it.
gathered it.
And that just
and he's
messed
still
up
in
the.
it.
Yeah, that just messed up that lower line and took their help away.
Yep, Marty's only to prevail on this lap. But now, Tim, can he get this run and get back up? He ain't out of it yet.
Not yet, but there's only 2 trucks down there. They're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. They'll stay there for a lap, maybe 2 laps. After that, they're gonna be struggling. Oh, now they got a 3rd truck.
Is that one truck backing up and picking him up?
Yep. Now we're back to 3, 3, and 3. All right, so 5 to go. Anthony hold him off. Anthony gonna stay with his pusher.
Now, is Marlowe, what's he going to do? Is he going to stay with the 3 wide, or is he going to push this shoe 4 wide to get through there?
Well, he's a lap down, so he's there for.
He is?
Yeah, he's only there for help at this point. So it's going to be all in what line he wants to help. Jason's still keeping her up front there. Got a slight advantage over Anthony. Docking back and forth here. So line with the 4 trucks that are pretty hooked up is fastest way around here right now. 3 to go. Jason's got to lead him with 3 to go here.
This is when the contact starts.
Yep, it is definitely time to make the donuts. The push and get a little more aggressive, or you may see them kind of hold back off a little bit and wait for that last lap to where they can push them all the way around the track. Temps down a little bit. All right, 2 to go. So have Jason. Hey, who's gonna lead this? Jason's Anthony. Yeah, Anthony led that lap.
1700s
Still
or 17,000s.
Not quite time to make the move yet. Trying to set it all up now.
Spree's holding the low line. Little advantage off 4. Here we coming to the white flag. Anthony's getting a run on the high side. Rachel gives Marty a little push in the trouble. Just pushing Marty forward. Rachel gives him another tap. They are nose to nose.
All right.
Breeze coming out in front.
All right, so now they're going to be pushing hard now. Anthony's getting the best push. Anthony's probably going to have a killer run coming out of this corner. I think he lost too much speed. Looks like Jason.
Yep, they got apart.
Yeah, Jason may pull this off. Oh, and there it goes.
Oh, here's a wreck.
There went the top line. That was Anthony, our points
Is
leader.
Marty going to get it? It's going to be close. I think Spear is going to get him. Yes.
And it's Jason Spear and Marty in second place. Bernard Persons in third. Killer race. Killer race. That was the best case scenario for Dalton. At least he didn't lose quite as many points on him as he thought he was going to. All right, let's get these boys in the booth here and give them a interview here.
Ron got into the wreck.
Right.
Go around, gonna hurt us there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hold on a second, Marty.
Oh, I'm sorry. You done pulled me up.
Yeah, I done pulled you up. Where's Jason at? I don't see him in here.
Well, he just went by. He's in the car. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not in here though.
Oh.
And Bernard Persons not in here either. Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Hi there. Jason Bernard I do not see him. All right, well, it looks like we'll do the interview with the first and second place. So Marty, I thought you were gonna pull it off at the end, man. I kept talking about you all race long, how you just kept controlling that line and controlling that line.
I was trying. I kept trying to set it up, but I think my teammate Ron, I think he got turned there to,
Yeah, you lost a
I
little
don't know,
bit of
into the lap,
momentum.
and that kind of killed momentum. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
just trying to set it up and trying to control it as much as
Right.
possible. Oh, it was all a good race. I think my teammates are helping. Rach, she did a heck of a job.
Oh,
so.
she did an amazing job pushing you.
Yeah.
That was
It was
great
great.
racing.
3 wide, it was fun. It's a lot of fun when people know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we were talking about that up here watching it 3 wide, and at the beginning of the race, I was saying racing will probably be a little bit better here than it is in officials.
oh, it wouldn't
so-
lasted 3 laps in the official race doing what we did. So
Well, the problem with drafting is you don't got to bump the guy in front of you.
Oh, there
Well,
he is.
So that-
I didn't see you up there earlier. I'd have drug you down here, man. I apologize. Bernard, killer race, man. It's about time one of these things went your way, man. Top 3.
Yeah,
Best race of the year so far, ain't it?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I think it's the best race that's you've had so far this year. That's a good thing. Marty, both have been doing really, really good this year.
Bernie's one of the best pushers in the business, and I about bet the bank on it too.
You guys did a great job of keep staying up. Is this your first win in the series?
We run so many, I don't know. I think I've won before, but it's been a
this
minute.
year, I think it is.
Yeah.
Sure.
A great job, though, man. You guys hit your pit stops like you should. You drafted like you should. There at the end, and that's all that matters. Great race between all you guys.
Yeah, we've done a lot of super speedway stuff, and uh, the set we've tinkered on for about 4 or 5 years. It's always been a bad fast set. I had to give it to the people running 3 wide with us, because that high line, man, y'all were getting some crazy runs off of 4. But we were trying to keep it cool because Bernie, he was running hot a lot, and so at the last lap coming down the backstretch, we was like, go or blow now.
Yeah, and it didn't help that Anthony got turned in the ball too. So that kind of
Oh,
definitely.
is that what happened? I didn't know what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
happened? What happened in the beginning of the race with Jesse and Doc?
Net code. Anthony was behind Doc, and it just net coded Doc over in the.
Yeah,
I
it
know
looked
we-
like
we
Doc got
kept-
turned or something. What it looked like from my view. I didn't know
we
what
kept
happened.
telling Jesse, "Don't go up there yet. It's not time." What does he do? He goes up there and gets wrecked.
And Jesse been around doing this for a while, so he knows better.
Oh yeah, exactly. I know. I've known Jesse since I don't know, 2013.
Right. So he's,
Shout out to my teammate Ron. He had internet. I don't know, something dropped out, and he come back and helped his team. So
Yeah,
we
Ron.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, Ron was couple laps down and came up and was still running with you guys. Tim Marlowe, and Dalton. Dalton was just he was kind of stuck in the middle. He couldn't go anywhere because he was at the end of you guys' pack, and he couldn't get around three wide cars, so he was just stuck, couldn't do anything.
Yep.
And then of course with Anthony getting turned, that helped the points scenario a little bit better than it was looking like was going to happen. There won't be too much of a shakeup. But
I'm glad that them lap cars didn't come into play, because the last time we caught them, they didn't go high for us. We were confused.
right.
Yeah, we was kind of hoping for the pick, but
Well,
I'm glad they went high. That it made everything a lot better that way. It wouldn't bottled everything up and got crazy.
Most of your guys that have been around for a while, if they're just going a lap down, will stay on the inside because they can blend in with you faster. If you're on the high side, people can literally pull away from you. Just the physics of
for sure.
Yeah, they can come up and get that little side draft.
Right.
To keep up.
Yeah. So most of them will just stay low so they can stay with you after you. That's the reason. I bet this track is.
No.
Yeah, but anyway.
Thank you, Russ, for the good set. So that's what I was on, obviously.
Right. Jason, any shout outs, man?
Just to Bernie, we've been bumper to bumper for about 6 years now in these plate races, and Ronnie, he runs on our team some. He's a master at these super speedway setups, and it's just, if we can just get to the front, it's usually a battle, if not dominating every race that we get in on these super speedways. Maybe not the rest of them, but here we're proud to have those sets. But yeah, man, just to the league for putting this on and inviting us over, and a bunch of good racers in here. A shout out to the 3 wide people. I think we were 3x3 by 3.
Yep, 3x3 by 3.
Oh yeah, for about at least 15 laps. I know, if not more.
Yeah, it's right about 15.
Right, when you're pushing like that, 6, there's 9 cars behind you and nobody's turning anybody. Most people were bumping, but they weren't ramming. I just can't believe that went green all the way, but I can believe it too. So
right,
just hats off to you and the broadcast people, and just good racing by everybody.
Not a problem. Bernie, you got any shout outs, man?
Just to my teammates.
All right then. Well, next week, flat track, short track, Iowa. guess we'll see who can run those flat tracks a little bit better.
Thanks for everything you do, Jim. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no problem, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, once again, our winner, Jason Spears, second place, Marty Phillips, and third place, Bernard Persons. That will do it for the V-Speed Contender Series at Talladega. Guys, next week.